I used to believe that being wealthy just wasn't in the cards for me. It was something for other people. I'd look at my bank account and feel that familiar knot of anxiety in my stomach, trapped by all the negative money stories I'd learned growing up. Stories like, you have to work yourself to the bone for every dollar. Money is a source of stress, and people like us just don't get rich. It felt like my reality was set in stone. Even when I started making more money, the anxiety never went away. This feeling of scarcity, of never having enough, followed me everywhere. It controlled my decisions, killed my confidence, and kept me playing small. Does any of that sound familiar? Do you feel like money controls your happiness? Maybe you're just tired of feeling anxious every time you open your banking app or have to talk about finances. I was too. I knew something had to change, and it wasn't about finding a new budgeting app or some get-rich-quick scheme. The secret, I discovered, starts with your mindset. Your beliefs about money shape every single financial decision you make. And the best part? You can free yourself from those limiting beliefs. In this video, I'm not just going to talk theory. I'm going to share the exact 30-day plan that took me from being financially anxious to feeling abundant. This isn't about winning the lottery. It's about systematically tackling your core beliefs and using simple daily exercises you can start today to completely rewire your relationship with money. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to do the exact same thing. My turning point wasn't some big dramatic event. It was a quiet, frustrating moment. I was looking over my finances and realized that even though I was making a decent income, I felt just as broke and stressed as when I was earning half as much. My external reality had changed, but my internal reality, my money mindset, was stuck. It didn't matter how much I earned. If I was still operating from a place of fear and lack, I was sabotaging myself with the belief that I'd never truly get ahead. That's when I committed to a 30-day challenge. Not a challenge to make more money, but to change how I thought about it. I decided to get a little geeky and look into the neuroscience of it all. Our brains have something called neuroplasticity, which means they're adaptable and can be retrained at any age. The financial beliefs we learned as kids aren't a life sentence. They're just well-worn neural pathways that we have the power to rewire. Studies have even shown that economic experiences, especially negative ones like financial loss, can literally change our brain, making us hyper-aware of signals that predict more loss. I knew I had to consciously create new pathways. So I pieced together a plan from experts, authors, and my own trial and error. It focuses on 4 key areas, one for each week. It starts with awareness, moves to rewriting your story, then to practical habits, and finally to building a mindset of genuine abundance. This isn't about being perfect. It's about consistency and making small, intentional shifts every single day. The first week of your 30-day transformation is all about awareness. You can't change a story you don't know you're telling. Many of us have inherited money scripts without even realizing it. Phrases like, money doesn't grow on trees, or hearing our parents constantly worry about bills can shape our beliefs from a young age and lead to self-sabotaging behaviors. So, for days 1 through 7, your mission is to become an archaeologist of your own financial mind. Here's your action plan. First, get a journal. Each day this week, I want you to spend just 15 minutes on a simple exercise. Start by writing down your earliest and most vivid memories of money. What did your parents say about it? What did you see? Was money a source of joy, tension, security, or conflict in your home? Don't judge what comes up. Just get it down on paper. The goal is to shine a light on the stories you inherited. This simple act of noticing is the first step to taking back control. Second, start tracking your emotional reactions to money. When you pay a bill, how do you physically feel? When you think about your savings, is it with pride or anxiety? When a friend talks about a big purchase, do you feel jealousy or inspiration? Just notice what you're noticing. These feelings are signposts pointing directly to your subconscious beliefs. Finally, on day 7, take an honest look at your current financial reality. This isn't to shame yourself, but to establish a clear starting point. Write down your income, your major debts, and your savings. No emotion, just the numbers. For many, just getting this clarity actually reduces anxiety because you're no longer operating from a place of fear of the unknown. You're just gathering data. This week isn't about fixing anything yet. It's about uncovering the foundation your entire financial life has been built on. Now that you've uncovered your old money stories, week 2 is all about actively rewriting them. This is where we begin to intentionally create those new neural pathways. We're moving from being a passive observer of our thoughts to the active author of our beliefs. Your daily 15-minute practice this week is focused on journaling and affirmations, but with a specific, powerful twist. First, take the negative beliefs you uncovered last week and challenge them. Write down a limiting belief like, "I'm just bad with money," or "it's hard to make a lot of money." Then argue with it on paper. Is it really 100% true? Have you ever made a good financial decision? Do you know anyone who started with less and built wealth? The goal is to dismantle the absolute certainty of these negative statements. Next, you're going to replace them. For every negative belief, write a positive, empowering statement. But here's the key. If an affirmation like, "I am a money magnet," feels like a total lie, your brain will reject it. So start with something that feels more believable. Instead of, "I'm a millionaire," try, "I am capable of learning the skills to build wealth." Instead of, "I'll never get out of debt," try, "I am taking consistent action to improve my financial situation." These are called bridge affirmations, and they work because they feel true and achievable. Here is your daily exercise for week 2. Write down one limiting belief you identified. Write down evidence that proves it isn't completely true. Write down your new empowering bridge affirmation. Say that new affirmation out loud 10 times. Doing this process consistently for 7 days begins to weaken the old neural pathways of scarcity and strengthen new ones of possibility and control. You're consciously choosing a new narrative. You're no longer just accepting your financial fate. You're actively creating it by changing the very thoughts that drive your actions. Mindset is everything, but it has to be paired with action. Week 3 is where the rubber meets the road. We bridge your new empowering mindset with practical daily financial habits. This is how you prove your new beliefs to yourself. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions, in turn, reinforce your thoughts. It creates a powerful upward spiral. This week, we focus on intentionality. The goal is to make your financial actions align with your values and your new abundant mindset. Your first action is to create a values-based spending plan, not a restrictive budget. A budget often feels like a cage, focusing on what you can't have. A spending plan is about consciously directing your money toward what actually brings you joy and fulfillment. Look at where your money has been going. Does it align with what you truly value? If you value freedom, but you're spending hundreds on subscriptions you don't use, that's a mismatch. This week, make one change to better align your spending with your values, like canceling a subscription and redirecting that money into a travel fund. Your second action is to automate your financial success. One of the most powerful habits is to pay yourself first, automatically. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account for the day you get paid, even if it's just $20. The act of prioritizing your future self sends a powerful message to your brain. I have enough to save. I am a person who invests in my future. Your third action is to celebrate your financial wins. Did you stick to your spending plan? Did you make that automatic transfer to savings? Acknowledge it. This doesn't have to be a party. It can be as simple as taking a moment to feel proud. This creates a positive feedback loop in your brain, linking good financial behavior with pleasure and making you more likely to repeat it. For too long, we've associated money management with pain and restriction. This week, we associate it with empowerment and pride. So your daily 15-minute practice for week 3 is to review your spending from the day before. Check that it aligns with your values and write down one financial win, no matter how small. This makes managing your money a positive, forward-looking activity, not a backward glance of guilt. Welcome to the final week. You've uncovered your stories, rewritten your narrative, and aligned your habits. Week 4 is all about expanding into an abundance mindset and making it your new normal. This goes beyond your bank account. It's about how you view the flow of money in the world and your place in it. The scarcity mindset sees money as a finite pizza. If someone else gets a big slice, there's less for you. An abundance mindset sees money as an infinite ocean. There is more than enough for everyone. Shifting to this perspective is the final key to a lasting transformation. Your first practice this week is gratitude, specifically financial gratitude. Each day, write down 3 things you are financially grateful for. It could be the roof over your head, the coffee you were able to buy this morning, or the skills you have that can earn you money. Gratitude physically shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, which can reduce financial stress and build confidence. Your second practice is to embrace a growth mindset about money. A growth mindset sees challenges not as failures, but as learning opportunities. If you have a financial setback, instead of thinking, I'm a failure, ask, what can I learn from this? This reframes mistakes as valuable data that will make you better in the long run. The fundamental difference between financially successful people and those who aren't is that the successful ones believe it's possible for them and are eager to learn and adapt. Your final practice is to surround yourself with positive financial influences. This could mean listening to podcasts about investing, reading books by successful entrepreneurs, or joining an online community focused on financial growth. When you surround yourself with people who talk about money with optimism and strategy, it normalizes healthy financial habits and makes wealth feel more attainable. So your 15-minute daily exercise for week 4 is to write down 3 things you're financially grateful for. Reflect on one financial lesson you've learned recently. Spend a few minutes consuming positive financial content. This final week solidifies your new identity as someone who is in control of their finances, sees opportunities everywhere, and trusts in their ability to create the financial life they desire. 30 days ago, you might have felt that knot of anxiety in your stomach just thinking about money. You might have believed that wealth was a game you were destined to lose. But look at what you've accomplished. You've dug deep to uncover the stories holding you back. You've actively rewritten your money narrative with empowering beliefs. You've aligned your daily habits with your values. And you started to cultivate a genuine mindset of abundance. This journey isn't a one-and-done fix. It's the beginning of a new relationship with money, built on awareness, intention, and empowerment. The person who finishes this 30-day plan is not the same person who started it. You now have the tools and, more importantly, the belief system to continue building a life of financial freedom and peace. Remember, consistency is way more important than perfection. Keep practicing these exercises, keep celebrating your wins, and keep believing in your power to create the future you want. To help you stay on track, I've created a free 30-day Money Mindset Challenge PDF that summarizes all the exercises from this video into a simple daily checklist. You can download it for free at the link in the description below. It's my gift to you to help make this transformation stick. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building wealth from the inside out. And let me know in the comments, what is the one limiting belief about money you are ready to let go of? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.